Guys, what if I told you that there is a chart that has been able to previously predict every single bottom? Guys, this is a video you will not want to miss. I'm going to talk through everything you need to know right now. If you're thinking about getting into crypto, if you're thinking about maybe selling your crypto, whatever it is, this video is going to be for you. So welcome back, everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is on the 4-hourly time frame first, before we get into the juicy stuff. And what you can see here is that, again, the orange box here is doing a fantastic job of supporting us. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 times here, right on the edge of the orange box. And you can see that it also supported us on the edge right here a couple of times, broke down, found support right here, and now let's see where this is going to go. But today, guys, I want to focus on the long term. For one, you know that on the weekly time frame, we do have the very important $33,000 level right here. So we are already aware of that. But I want to talk also about this on the daily time frame, because on the daily time frame, we are forming a little bit of a triangle here on the daily time frame. So we have this support level sloping upwards. We have this trending down. Now, you can draw it like this. You can maybe also draw it from the bodies of the candles like that, and consider this thing a fake out. I think the most accurate way to do this is like this, so you can see that it's very clearly two trend lines that should be considered important here. So we may see some kind of breakout here sometime in March or before March. Now, let us talk about this. This is very, very interesting. So I have a couple of trend lines here, guys. I have a couple of trend lines. You can see that I've drawn one trend line from the all-time highs. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Then I have two other trend lines. The first one is this one right here. You can see that we have been supporting this, or we found resistance, I should say, on this multiple times here. Okay, multiple times we found resistance, and once we broke above it, we made it into support, and it continues to be very important. In general, it is a trend line that is respected by the Bitcoin price and should definitely be paid attention to. Now, it doesn't always hold, but it usually holds. Now, another trend line that is even more important is this one right here. And this goes all the way back to 2014, guys. So this is not something that has been, important for the last 2 or 3 days. This has been important throughout most of Bitcoin's history. Now, again, this is right here, being supported or supporting the Bitcoin price. Now, we're going to talk about the occasions when we actually went below this level, but you can see that it supported the Bitcoin price very, very clearly here throughout most of 2015 until 2017. Okay, then we have a massive bull run. We made all-time high. We go down again, find support here. Okay, we continue to find support. Then we have another one of these where we go below it. I'm going to get into this as well. But ultimately, most of the times, we are supported by this trend line. Okay, so let's talk about the occasions when we actually went below it. So we have gone below it 1, 2, 3 times. All of these are to be considered black swan events. Okay, let's begin by talking about the black swan event right here in 2020. Now, this was the COVID crash. The entire world crashed. And Bitcoin crashed below this level. Okay, now one other thing to also pay attention to here is that not only did stocks crash and Bitcoin crashed due to an error. Now, this is speculation, but many experts, including Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX, of course, he also said that this was a large part why Bitcoin actually started to crash really, really hard, because there was an error with the BitMEX, which was the leading derivative exchange at that time. There was an error in their liquidation engine, which basically caused the Bitcoin price to go into a free fall. Now, they halted trading, so they basically shut off their liquidation engine, because then the price of Bitcoin started to recover. Now, if they didn't shut off, this is again speculation, if they didn't shut off the liquidation engine, the price of Bitcoin could very well have gone down to literally zero. So this is why they had to turn it off, because, the cascade of liquidations just continued to push the price down, leading into a massive cascade down. So this was a large part to why we did see that black swan event, and that together with the COVID crash, all of that, influenced the price to go down below this level. So that was one of the occasions. This is the most recent one. Now, let's talk about the previous ones. Let's talk about this one first here in 2015. Now, this was also a black swan event. This was when Bitfinex got hacked the first time. So Bitfinex got hacked. Now, in this particular instance, it wasn't, massive amounts by any means, but Bitfinex got hacked and people still had fresh in mind the Mt. Gox hack. So the Mt. Gox hack took place somewhere around here. And of course, this was when Bitcoin was at $1,000. From that point, we went down from $1,000 to $200. That's 80% drop. So people still had in mind the Mt. Gox hack here. And people were still very, very afraid that the Bitcoin price, due to the Bitfinex hack, was also going to continue to go down here, because that is what happened when Mt. Gox got hacked. The price saw a very, very, very sharp decline. So due to the people being panicked that, something similar was going to happen, yes, we did go below this. But this is why I consider this also a black swan event. We have gone down below it again here. This was also a Bitfinex hack, but they stole even more Bitcoin. So they stole a large part of the Bitfinex wallet funds. Namely, it was 120,000 Bitcoin almost. Now, this was again in 2016. Now, 7 years later, these Bitcoin were of course revealed to be the possession of these people. So we already know about this, guys. Razzle Khan. So the US did actually manage to catch those hackers. Just fun little fact there. Nonetheless, the reason why we went down here is because a lot of Bitcoin were stolen. People were, of course, thinking that they were going to be dumped into the market. And so you did see this, and this is definitely also a black swan event. So if we summarize this, every single time we have gone below this trend line is this black swan event, people being scared of the Mt. Gox price action repeating here, which it didn't. We have this one right here, and we have, of course, the COVID crash together with the BitMEX liquidation engine pushing the price towards zero. So, okay, now we know that it takes something extraordinary to get down below from this line. And this level is right now at $33,000. Strengthening my thesis that I think that the $30,000 level in general is going to be the bottom. Either we have already hit the bottom, or we are very close to hitting the bottom if we go any lower than this point. What this also tells us is that if you buy at any level under this particular trend line, history has shown us that that is a massive, massive buy zone. The first one here being, around $200. Of course, $200 up to the next all-time high. That is almost 10,000%. Also, this one right here, you buy as we go below this level. That is almost 4,500%. So we also have the COVID crash. If you buy as we go below this level right here, if you, to the all-time high, that's 1,200%. So, in other words, very important to keep track of this trend line here, because it takes something extraordinary to push us below this level. And even if we do get that, buying at that level tends to be a very good decision. Now, what kind of black swan event could happen? Raising rates? No, not a black swan event by any means. A war, the situation going on right now, if that escalates, if that really takes a very, very sharp turn to the worse, sure, that could be enough to push us down below this level. But again, this has shown us, history has shown us that buying as we are getting below that level is, throughout history, a good buying opportunity. Guys, what do you think of all of this? Let me know down in the comment section. If you want to start trading yourself, you're able to claim a $4,530 bonus over on Bybit. You're also able to earn passive income, I should say, on the Axe exchange. So make sure to take advantage of these offers. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.